Hello, everyone. It is February 10th, 2020. Yes, TJ and Francis Jackson
Hello.
back for another Q&A where we are going to answer your questions. Anything you want to know regarding ourselves, our vlogs, our channel, our podcast, whatever you want to know, this is the time and place to do it. Another thing I want to say is we do a lot of parenting and family advice. We are not licensed. I feel like I'm on the DDJF show, but it's important to know that we just go off of experience and everything we've learned and like to share our opinions in an attempt to help you get through this thing called parenting. Yes, that was a mix-up of the DDJF show for anyone who watches that.
It's going to be next, right?
That's going to be next at 1 o'clock. But yes, we are here to answer your questions. So unless you want to say something, Fran, let's just get into it.
I'm good.
Michaela already starts off saying, "I love your sweatshirt, Miss Franny."
Thank you. I love it too. It's one of my favorites.
Is that? Oh, the obsession.
Obsession.
Okay. Very cool. We're gonna just keep going, try to get through these questions. Elise wants to know what's the best part of doing homeschooling. Franny, I'll let you answer that.
I think for me, it's the freedom. It's the freedom of not having to, conform to the school. And I think also like we get to decide what we're teaching them.
Yeah.
Obviously we do the basics, but they get to do so much extra.
I agree. They took a race and diversity class earlier today. They do debate reel, did a ukulele class.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of variety that can be tailored to their interest. And that is something that's really sweet about homeschooling. And then just the schedule. We plan on, after the DDJF show, going to eat and maybe go shopping. I'm seeing the guy over there.
He's pest control.
Pest control. But yes, what was I saying?
He's talking about homeschool, the benefit.
Yes, but we're going to the store later today, and it's going to be during traditional school hours, but being able to go as a family wherever we need or want to go and to adjust, that's a pretty cool thing. That's pretty funny, actually. Here we go. This is a statement, I think. Oh, no, from Julie. Hi, Julie. How are you? Raising two granddaughters, 13 and 10, is not easy at 51. It is not. Any advice on keeping up with all they have going on?
Yeah.
Julie, that's a great question. Do you want to start, or do you want me to give my little advice?
Go ahead. Give your little advice.
My advice is this. I think for any parent, regardless of age, regardless of whether you're confident or not, I think if you focus on character and making sure they are good people, making sure they are thankful and respectful and are helping others and are humble, I think you're winning. It's so today's society, especially for kids, moves so fast that if
we can't even keep up.
No, if you try to keep up with every single app or everything they're into for the sake of watching them or making sure, it can get challenging. Obviously, you should make some type of attempt. If you hear something negative about an app or a TV show, then yes, check into it. But kids are going to be kids. They're going to make mistakes. And again, I feel if you focus on their character, they will kind of revert back to that comfortable space of being the great person they are.
And kudos to you, Julie, for raising your grandchildren. I think it's harder probably to raise grandchildren than it is to raise your own children.
Absolutely.
Because you can, it's your rules, I feel like you would feel more comfortable disciplining your own children.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's harder to discipline grandchildren. But I think all in all, I think leading with love is the way to go.
100%. And like Franny just said, Julie, kudos to you. Being a grandparent, raising grandkids, granddaughters at those ages. Those are our girls' ages. It's not easy.
And they're blessed to have you.
They are blessed to have you. And judging from your smile and your picture, if you keep that kind of loving spirit, they will be okay.
Yep.
Renee asks, has Rio gotten better with his handwriting?
He has. He has gotten much better. We still have to do the tracing 1, 2, 3, the top to bottom, but I think his handwriting is definitely more neat.
Yes.
So
He has a tendency to write some letters and numbers from the bottom up.
yeah.
So we're trying to get him to write from the top bottom. But Rio's one of our kids that are kind of in their own way. They're in a way stubborn, but that sometimes leads to doing things differently and creativity.
Yeah. So we kind of just let him.
We're trying to find that balance of making sure he's efficient as possible, but not taking away what he can be.
But he has gotten better for sure. Not as stubborn.
Noelle asks, any advice for high school? It's my first year.
Oh, Noelle, that's awesome.
What's your advice for a first year high school student, Fran?
I think to just be yourself. Try not to, as hard as, I know it's easier said than done, but, don't be a follower. Be yourself. Be confident in who you are. And I think, it'll be okay. I know high school is hard and it can be intimidating in the beginning, but just be you.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, there's going to be cliques and pressure to do certain things. Try to make sure whatever you do aligns with who you are and how you were raised.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it. It goes fast. And, just do the right thing. I always tell my kids that there's going to be a bunch of knuckleheads and don't be one of those knuckleheads, and that would be my same advice to you. You're going to see a lot of things and hear a lot of things that to me don't have much quality or much substance. And you have to be strong enough to not lean into that peer pressure and to be your own self. That is very, very important. This is a good question. I don't think we've answered this from Alina. And that looks like that's some Jacksons in that picture. It looks like it's my father and uncles. Anyways, she asks, I hope that is them, because I don't want people saying, how could you think that's them? I can't. My
this kind of looks like your dad. That's the only reason. And
I see Marlon, I see Jack. That's them. It does seem them. Yeah, but anyways, what's your all-time favorite album or song from the Jackson 5 or Jacksons? Love y'all. I'm curious to know what yours is, Francis. From the Jackson 5 or Jacksons.
Okay, well, that's going to be hard because I don't really know the difference, but
can I help you?
Sure.
Think afros versus not afros.
Okay, well, I think my all-time favorite
song. That's not completely accurate, but that's close.
Is probably Can You Feel It?
Can You Feel It?
Can You Feel It?
That's the Jacksons.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love that song. I heard it this morning at a workout. She had a whole Michael/Jackson
playlist.
Yeah, it was cool for cycling.
That's cool.
What about you?
I there's a lot that I love.
Pick your favorite.
Honestly, you could have asked me this tomorrow and it would be a different answer. But right now, I'm really into Never Can Say Goodbye.
That's a good
by
one.
the Jackson 5.
That's a good one.
It's just
you went way back.
I went way back, and it's just a powerful, powerful, great song. My uncle's vocals. If you ever get the chance to hear him soloed on that song, to sing with the passion and the control and the emotion. And the talent. I'm looking at the pest control guy in the background.
He's still there.
Okay. He's doing his job. It's just amazing, and it's a tremendous skill that I don't think we've seen since, and I'm not sure we will see in our lifetime. Just to have that kind of experience, an old soul in such a young being was amazing. This is a question from Kristen. Would you guys ever consider doing another reality show? Love you guys so much.
Hi, Kristen.
So do you want me to try to answer this, Fran?
I guess.
I think we would, but it would have to be a positive show.
For sure.
It can't be, a lot of times reality shows, they rely on scandals and drama and fighting and I've said this before, I think. I don't know if I've said it here, but that's one thing that I love about where I feel the world is going, whether it's because of YouTube or other platforms. I feel like reality shows in that format is losing control a bit. These networks, I think, are seeing that you can be positive and be successful. So as long as the show was positive and stood for something and had value, I would consider it. There's, reality shows can be very entertaining. They can have a great message. So it would have to have those two things for me. And it has to be true and authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And, until that time comes where we feel we need to do it, or the opportunity comes in a way that makes sense for us, we will continue to do our vlogs and enjoy sharing our love and positivity that way.
Yeah.
So I think that would be our answer. Do you want to add anything,
No,
Fran?
you said it perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. TJ Jackson Germany asked, does one of your children have an ability or the behavior that doesn't come from you but are similar from your grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts?
Yes.
Talk to me.
I think Dee Dee is very similar to your mom.
Yeah, I think so as well. She has the characteristics. She's very strong. And what else would you say about Dee Dee?
I mean, just like her hands and certain things, is your mom's.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
And then I would say Rio got a lot of the love for cars from my father.
Yeah.
He loves cars, loves building things.
And a lot of people may not know this, but Dee Dee, our Dee Dee, was due. Her due date was April 2nd, which is the day your mom celebrated her birthday. But Dee Dee her due date was April 2nd, but she came early. And I thought that was really interesting. But has a lot of characteristics of your mom. Definitely the feistiness.
Oh my goodness. Definitely the feistiness.
I love it though.
This is a question. What is your favorite part about being a Jackson? Have we answered this? We can answer it again.
You go.
I think just seeing everyone and experiencing different people and different cultures and having this beautiful legacy, supporting us and reminding us what we as a family have contributed and what we stand for. We have an amazing, talented, beautiful family, and I'm proud to be a Jackson. I'm really curious though, Francis, coming from someone like you who's married into being a Jackson, what is your favorite part about being a Jackson?
I don't really know. I don't think of it that way.
What's your favorite part about being a Jackson?
I mean, I guess
the pest control guy wants to know.
I guess I would have to say the legacy behind it and the talent that your family has, all of you guys, in some kind of way. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool. How about like going to a studio or a concert?
That doesn't do much for me. Sorry.
I was trying to lead her to my music, but
well, you guys are all talented. That's cool. Not everybody can say that. Like, you have a family full of talent. It's pretty cool.
Thank you, hon. Michelle asked, tomorrow's my birthday. I live in Missouri and it's freezing here. Happy birthday, Michelle. We hope you have an amazing, warm day tomorrow in Missouri. Lizzie wants to know, who's your favorite actor? I love you both so much. Lizzie, we love you. Who is our favorite actor? We've answered this, I think, but I will go first to give her time.
I don't know if that's the same. I may have someone different now because I don't remember who I said.
Okay.
But I do have someone in mind.
Well, mine is Denzel Washington.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, you can say it too. We both like Denzel Washington. There's others, but there's something about Denzel. I just think when he's in his groove, no one is like Denzel. I think there's a lot of amazing actors, but there's something about Denzel when he hits that extra gear. That's Denzel.
I'll go with someone different too. Matthew McConaughey. He's pretty good.
That's just because he's from the same area you're from.
Same high school I went to.
Well, that's bias. That doesn't count.
He is good.
He is great. He is great. Here's another question. Toria wants to know, will there be a TJ's Day just as there was a Franny Day? I want to know this too, Toria.
Well, Toria, I think TJ gets a TJ Day every day. So, but yes, I would love to do that and just spoil you.
Would you?
Yeah.
She does spoil me a lot though.
Yeah, I think that just giving you a day of like to yourself and reading and not bugging you or letting the kids ask you anything, that would be a TJ day. Like just letting you chill all day. But to be honest, you guys, he doesn't have that chill mode.
I don't.
It's difficult for you.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. But absolutely, I would love to.
You have an eyelash. I don't think people can see it, but just in
Thank
case.
you. I felt something.
Oh, it's still there. Did you feel it then?
Ow. It's supposed to do a wish.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an eyelash on your face,
Do I have one on this side?
No.
Okay.
Is that really true?
Yeah, you're supposed to do a wish, and then I don't know, like if whatever finger it stays on is like the wish is going to come true, something like that.
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Honey Martina, how are you, honey? By the way, if you don't know about Honey Martina, make sure you follow her on TikTok and Instagram, but I think she's mainly on TikTok because she does some really cool makeup, especially lip makeup. And I can't see who's on your lips now, Honey Martina, but I know it's a crazy, incredible art. But she wants to know, what would be your dream family trip?
I honestly think for me, it would be taking Rio to Paris because he really, really wants to see the Eiffel Tower. And I think just seeing the joy in his face, I would love that. And when we went to Rome, he was, what was he 4 at the time?
4.
He was 4. You guys, didn't complain one time. I think we were we went to see we did a lot of sightseeing.
Oh, the Vatican. We walked a lot.
And we were there for 3 hours and he was so mesmerized by everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time he was like, "Mommy, I'm tired." And so I just held him for a bit, but that was it. He loved it. He
loves to see and experience different things and cultures. He's really excited about seeing the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yes.
So I think that would be, even though we've been there many times, he has not been to Paris. And I think seeing his face when that Eiffel Tower lights up would be a sight that we will definitely videotape it and share it on a vlog because I think that will be a really sweet moment.
I'm excited for that.
He asks about it all the time. On the iPad, there's that Maps app. So he'll go in the app and just literally tour the world and look at different things in the world. He was in Japan, looking at a tower there, but he always seems to come back to the Eiffel Tower. So I think the Eiffel Tower in Paris would be it for Rio's sake.
Yeah.
Kalia asks or says, "Love the podcast. My question is, what advice do you have for someone moving on their own? I'm 24 and saving up to buy my first place and wanted some advice."
Yeah.
Love this.
Thank you, Kalia.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start? I'm going to be more technical.
You are more technical.
Paternal advice. And I guess that would be to make sure, my question is, what advice do you have for someone moving on their own? It's to make sure you can afford where you're going, to make sure
you don't live above your means.
Yes, because
it's very important.
When you move out on your own, different things can come up, and now from light bills and utility bills to even your internet to
simple things like the dishwasher broke.
So make sure you are planning for those kind of things, because if you're not, it can really set you back, and that could lead to a whole ripple effect of negativity, from frustration to worry to a bunch of stuff. So I would make sure you have some type of savings if possible. I would say, especially at 24, to not necessarily get so married to where you're moving to explore. There's a lot of beautiful places in the world. I know maybe some older family members may not want to hear that advice, but I think it's important to travel and to make sure you are finding a place where you want to be.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes when we move somewhere, we stay a lot longer than we envision. So if you plan on being in this place for 2 years, there's a good chance it's going to be 4 to 5 years. So make sure it's a place that you really, really like and that vibes
and it's safe.
That vibes with your character.
Safe,
and make sure it's safe. That's a big one.
Yeah. She has a beautiful smile.
She does.
Yeah.
Anything else, friend, you want to say to Kalia for moving on her own?
You said it best, but I think, just staying in your means helps so much. It helps alleviate a lot of stress that you could have if you're trying to like get something more expensive, or, you just got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, and here's one that you're not going to get anywhere else that I think is very important. Do something special for your parents or wherever you've been. Thank them, write them a card. Don't just bounce and look forward. Look back and be appreciative of whoever's been helping you this time. I think that's super important and is the right move to do. It's a form of gratitude that will not only, I think, stabilize your mind and help you grow as a person in the future, but also is it just the proper thing to do to your parents or whoever it is you've been with.
Yeah.
Be nice about it and loving. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a great question. I like this one, Sarah. This is a new one. She asked, lots of couples disagree about finances. Do you guys think couples should have separate or joint accounts? Do you guys budget together?
Oh, that is a great question, Sarah.
So we know of people who do separate accounts.
We do.
And it seems to, I guess, work for them, or maybe
Yeah.
not. It seems like it works. And there's people that swear by it, but we've always had a joint account. We opened account probably like 2 months after we met. We had a joint account, right?
I think it was a little more because I think I was pregnant with Royal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe 4 or 5.
Maybe 4 months at the most.
You know what? It was within a year because it could have, something's telling me October.
Yeah, I think I don't think it was right away.
Okay. So within a year, though, we had a joint account, and yes, we could have done a separate accounts, but I just think that if you are feeling like, if you're either married or having a child with someone, I think there's got to be a level of trust and look, here's the thing. There's a lot of power and benefits and positivity of being open and honest and working as a team.
Yes.
And oftentimes, whether it's fear or whatever reasons, I think sometimes that can cause people to think they have to be private, and then I think it can cause more issues and more frustrations.
You got to have that trust, and I think we always had that trust because I didn't ask or anything. We never even talked about it. You just kind of added me, and I was like,
"You're having my child." So it's like if my son or you needed something, or Sage or Alexia,
but I don't think a lot of men would have trusted
because
that.
And I guess I could have. I don't know. I think a lot of times people put too much on material and money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound hypocritical, because when I was a kid, I was that way. But I've learned to and grown and realized that life is simple. Life is best when simple. And when you put too much on finance and money, that's when life becomes more stressful and not as enjoyable for you and anyone who's around you.
But I think it's got to be a team effort, and it has to work for you.
As far as budgeting, I usually do all the budgeting and numbers. Frances is very simple, though. She doesn't spend anything that's not needed to be spent for the family. So it's not very difficult to do all that, if that makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
All right. Did we answer this? Bex Disney wants to know, what is your favorite Disney film or characters? I love you both. Bex, we love you. And our favorite Disney film, or your Disney favorite film, Frances, is?
Can you guess mine? I don't know, to be honest. When I was younger, I didn't watch a ton of like princess movies or Disney movies. It just wasn't how we grew up. But I think I would have to say, I don't know. I think I really loved, was it Tatiana, the first Black princess?
Is that Princess and the Frog?
I think so, because to me, it just brought me joy that there was a first Black princess.
Yeah.
So that was one that I was like, okay, me and the kids are going to watch this.
Yeah, that's not going to be my choice.
No.
I still like Toy Story.
That's a good one.
Toy Story. Yeah, and as for character, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey's the bomb. I still love Mickey.
I think it'd be Mickey for both
It's
of
funny
us.
because I loved Mickey as a child. And then when I met you, I found out you also loved Mickey.
Mickey, I mean, how do you not like
Yeah,
Mickey?
he's cool.
Gracie Higgs says, how do y'all, we'll do two more because we're already 25 minutes. Gracie Higgs wants to know, how do y'all deal with all the negative comments thrown your way? And how do you both remain so loving and positive through it all? You are both amazing role models, especially for some of us who tend to focus more on the negative rather than the positive. Hope all is well.
Oh, thanks, Gracie.
Thank you, Gracie.
That's very sweet.
I think a couple of things. I don't know, for me, I don't know when it happened, but I started to equate negative comments with feeling bad for the people who are giving them. I think it takes a lot to take time out of your day to write up and think of something. Think about it. If someone is going to take time to think of something negative and then type something negative, that's a lot of negativity.
Yeah,
and to me, that's sad. And I actually feel bad for that person. I really, really do. Sometimes if it's attacked me, that's where I go. Sometimes if it attacks family members, I do get protective. But then I go right back. And that's what we teach our kids. You know, JoJo's doing her own YouTube channel. I'm going to remove this because I feel like I'm doing this. But JoJo's doing her own YouTube channel. And that's something we continue to tell her, is that you're going to get negative comments, but don't take it personally, and think about what that person must be like or going through to deliver that comment. So I think you have to kind of just reshape that mentality. Understand there's people that are hurt and people that are suffering, and to me, those are those kind of people.
The negativity for me, I feed off of energy, and so I can't do negativity.
I feel like you don't even care.
No, I can't do negativity, but like I'm saying, if it's someone close to me or someone that I care about. But as far as like people commenting, it doesn't bother me at all. I think the only thing that would bother me, though, is that they speak about you or the kids in a negative way. But for me, I've had so many awful things said, but it is what it is. I mean, someone's opinion, but
love it.
I don't care.
I think it's super important, not just on here. And here's another thing. As you get older, I think you will, what's the word? You'll start to realize that internal value is more important and actually trumps external opinion.
Yes.
And again, I think this is something that gradually takes time, but stay positive and understand that internally is what matters. How you feel about yourself and what you're doing is all that matters. External noise is always going to be there. It's just part of human nature. So ignore it and
and refuse to give someone that power to make you feel less. There's no way I'm going to give somebody, a complete stranger, that power to make me feel less about myself.
Yes. Oh my goodness. A bunch of questions just moved. But Michaela, real quick, asked, what is YouTube channel of JoJo? I want to subscribe to her as well for younger generation support of the Jacksons.
Thanks, Michaela.
Yes, her YouTube channel is JoJo's World, and she's all into it. She edited her video for this weekend yesterday. And I want to say this, especially if anyone out there has young kids or nieces or nephews, let them know about JoJo's channel. So that would be amazing. We will end it with this one, Francis. Actually, we're going to go here and then to that one. Caleb asks, hey, TJ and Francis, what advice would you give me about becoming an entertainer?
Love that avatar, Caleb. That's cool.
You already are an entertainer, man.
Yeah.
So you keep dancing, you keep doing your things. And it would probably be what I just said, is ignore the hate. You're going to get it if you haven't already gotten it. Ignore it. You keep being you. You're bringing positivity and love and smiles to so many people like us. Keep doing you. If you want to continue to grow, there's YouTube videos out there that can give you a lot of great advice on how to make it or how to do to grow as an entertainer. But the most important thing I would want you to focus on is your enjoyment. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
If you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. And you are an entertainer, so you keep doing you, man. Anything else you want to add?
No, that was good advice. You're the entertainer, not me.
Can you entertain people, Francis?
At a house party, like, yeah, a little get together.
What would you do? Pour margaritas?
I give you all the food and good wine and margaritas.
No
That's
tricks though.
That's my thing. No tricks.
No juggling. No.
Nah, none of that.
Okay.
I don't need it.
And this will be our last question, everyone. Alexandra wants to know, hi, Alexandra.
Hi.
What is a perfect family home for you?
For me, I'm going to go first on this one.
Oh, yes. I like when you go first.
Perfect family home for me would be simplicity. Something simple. That's really it. Just something simple.
Frances also, and now I'm going to get more technical. She likes the Spanish style homes.
Yeah.
So she likes to, like, this is her favorite place to relax in the morning. She wakes up extra early to get her time with the fireplace. She'll lay out on the couch right there with her blankets, and then there's a TV right around there that
Don't
she'll
pick my
watch.
nose now.
I'm not going to do that. But yeah, she just likes quiet and simplicity. And I think the perfect family home is one that's comfortable and one that is
warm and loving.
I actually think the bigger the home, the more difficult it is to achieve that.
I agree.
Whether it's because you're not seeing your kids as much because the house is too big, or there's a lot of valuables, people are on pins and needles.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you can keep the home chill and simple, and just loving and full of laughter and joys, that's the perfect home.
Yep.
And to me, it's really the people and the mentality of the people that make the home. So if you focus on the family and you guys have a place, you can make it a beautiful home.
Absolutely.
That is it, Frances. That was our last question.
I don't like it when we end.
You don't?
I mean, there's so many good questions.
It's time, though. We're over 30 minutes. And I will say this, though. If you've liked the video, make sure to like it. It helps us, helps the channel. It helps people see it, whether that's Facebook or YouTube. And if you also are enjoying everything we are doing, make sure you subscribe to our channel. What else do we want to say, my friend?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And
we will be back with the vlog Saturday, as well as another Q&A next Wednesday. Until then, everyone be safe and much love always.
Bye, guys.